Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Jay. I'm coming at y'all with two parlays today. I'm going to break down. Um, Yesterday I didn't have a good day, but I'm going to break down a separate video later on explaining why. They say pigs get fat, but hogs get slaughtered. Part of my problem was yesterday was that I stepped outside my strategy. In the video I'm going to make that I'm going to put y'all on is going to be on what's called implied probabilities of betting. So there's a science to everything. You just got to learn it, right? So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the notification button. So when I upload that video, you'll be up on game. Definitely for the fall when football and basketball is going on, college and professional. You kind of want to be up on game on that, right? All right, so let's hop into this one right here. Okay, so this is the first parlay I got right here. And in this parlay, I took the Celtics on an alternate spread, right? And I took plus 3.5. Let's talk about why. All right, so if you look at the last game, it was just a blowout, right? It was horrible. However, Marcus Smart did not play. When Marcus Smart plays, he changes that game, right? Tyler Herro's out. He has a growing injury. They say he might try to play, but then I saw some reports saying he could be out for some weeks. If he comes back in a game like basketball with a groin injury, he's not going to be the same player. He's not going to have the same level of aggression, okay? So Tyler Herro being out, that takes away the scoring. Marcus Smart comes in. That's added defense, added playmaking. And then Jimmy Butler had a low extremity issue, right? You have a low extremity issue and you have close games. He's not on the court doing on the court work, right? So, he's going to not be really on par. So, I just, now these playoffs have been a little crazy, okay? We've seen blowouts, we've seen unexpected, blowouts, right? But, these are, calculated probabilities. At some point you have to assume the risk. You have to take a position, right? Nothing's guaranteed, nothing's promised. It's not promised that you're not gonna get into a car accident when you go to Walgreens and get a gallon of milk. Okay, it's a quote unquote risk. All right, so that explains the first leg. I'm taking the Celtics to cover the spread there, and then I'm taking this leg here too. Why? Because I've been right on this line, and this line still has provided value. Okay, and the reason why, I'm coming back to it because I reviewed one of my old bets where I had too many legs. I got greedy, and this line was litty. Okay, so the last 5 games, Jaylen Brown has averaged 8 rebounds per game. Against Miami, he's averaged 7.6, and in 2022, and so I'm taking him for at least 6, right? If he's averaged 8 to the last 5 games, and basically 8 against Miami, Jaylen Brown's going to get those rebounds. I feel good about that stat line, right? Keep that one very simple, okay? Next here, Jason Tatum. Once again, another high value line. Definitely when you parlay this in with the spread, okay? And on here, you look at his total rebounds, 6.6 the last 5 games, and 7.4 against Miami. So I feel good taking him at 5 here. For a nice, solid bet here. 3 picks, odds around 295. I know I like to shoot for at least 300. And wagering $20 will pay out $80. Obviously, wager 40, you pay out what's that? Basically about 160. Okay, and so forth. So that's the first one right there. Okay, then we look at this next one right here. Boom. This is really a steal. Yeah, it's kind of like a role player parlay. Okay. Look here at PJ Tucker's the first leg here. I mean, yeah, he can be kind of somewhat inconsistent. But on a regular season, per 27 minutes, he is averaging 7.6. Okay. They need him on the floor though. He needs to get his minutes, and that's per 27 minutes. Last game, we're gonna take that out, and you gotta. This is why I like. This is a reason why there's value in being part of a sports betting community. Something called line movement. Another video I'm gonna work on which soon. And in line movement, you can see when there's what's called recency bias, which is gonna be part of the video. An overreaction to a performance, and you can find value in that line, right? So PJ Tucker had plus 8 points because he had 0 points last game. Well, context, once again, being part of a sports betting community, maybe someone didn't see the game because there's so many games on, right, during the season. It was a blowout. It was a blowout. He only had 21 minutes. He was 0-4, okay? But if you look at the games in the playoffs, right, 10, 6, 4, 7, 10, 12, 5 against the Celtics, 5 against the Celtics, 17 against the Celtics. Okay, so in general against the Celtics, he's had 5, 5, and 17. Okay. So once again, at some point you have to assume the risk. This is near his average 8 points, right? Which is what he had on the season. As long as he can get over 28. We know they've had an injury with Tyler Hero, so therefore, right, that means everybody gets a little bit more minutes. They don't have a whole lot of size. All they have is Bam Adebayo and PJ Tucker, okay? Next we have Al Horford here, okay? Al Horford is one of those players where his ceiling is high, even though his floor is high, even though his ceiling is low, right? And I kind of like that. I really do. In the last 5 games, he's averaged 8. It's been a little bit down, right? But against Miami in 2022, so far he's averaged 10.8. Okay. Just to cover some of his playoff performances here. Excuse me. Starting from the Bucks, 11, 22, 30, 8, 2, 6, 10, 25. Once again, overreaction here because he put up 5 in the last game, which was a blowout, right? Even though he did play approximately 33 minutes, you got to keep in mind the level of aggression is probably not there since it's not needed, right? So I do like taking him basically for his season average at least 10.2 points per 29 minutes, okay? Then lastly, Robert Williams, okay? Sometimes you gotta dig for these lines, man, because these are role players, so they may not be there, right? He's been kind of injured in the playoffs. But if you look at the games he did play against the Heat, he's had 9 rebounds. He had 1 game with 4 rebounds, and he had 9 rebounds again. Okay. And in general against the Celtics, if I pull up my stats here on that one, what we see here is he's averaged 7.8 against Miami in 2022. Okay. In a way, he's averaged 8.5. Right. And one of the things I noticed is that he tends to do a little bit better when Al Horford's playing. Al Horford's a really good rebounder, so they give him a little more attention on the box out, which leads to Robert Williams having more stats. So that's 2 of my parlays I have out of the 4 I have for tonight. If you want to check out the other ones, come join the sports betting community. There's a lot of advantages to being part of a community with multiple odds on multiple games, multiple lines. We'd love to have you. We're trying to, enjoy watching sports and be profitable at the same time. Share the video, subscribe, please, and hit the notification channel. I am trying to grow the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Tell me what you think in the comments, though, about the parlays. If you have any that you think are better, or if you have any lines that you would have added or taken out. If you're betting tonight, I hope y'all enjoy the game, and good luck. See you next time. Peace.